What's up, everybody? Dr. Ben Galliard here, FA Well Centers. I'm so excited to talk to you today about vitality and about having that life that you truly want, that energy, that drive, that get up and go. So many people, so many places, all around the world, this is happening, do not feel 100%. Their energy is they are dealing with poor sleep patterns, they're dealing with inflammation and their joints hurt, their muscles hurt, all of these different things that we are not living that vital life. We're not living that life that we were meant to have on this planet. And it is mostly self-induced, and that's the cool part for me, is because it's not just this thing that's happening and like, oh, from all the chemicals, or it's all it's the bad water, or the bad air, or whatever it is. Most of the problems of why we do not have our vitality, why we do not have our strength and our energy and that vibrance in life, is because of what we're doing to ourselves. So I'm going to give you 3 things today that you are going to need to start doing right now, today. Even though this is Thanksgiving week, that's okay. And then we got the holidays coming up and everything else. There was a great meme that I saw this weekend. It said, don't blame being fat on the holidays. You were already fat in the summer, or whatever it was, something like that. And it's like, you know what? It's kind of a cop-out, right? Give me a thumbs up if any of you guys are like, yeah, I always blame it on the holidays, or I just assume I'm going to gain 10 pounds in the holidays. But that is not the cause of these problems. So put down below where you guys are watching from. We'd love to see you all over the country, all over the world. We had a great live webinar, if you guys were on that, last Thursday. It was all about the thyroid. Unfortunately, that's not recorded. But if you were on that, put down below what you guys learned and anything that you got out of that one. But man, that was like an hour and 45 minutes of talking on thyroid, as well as the live Q&A. So again, we can use this as a Q&A. So go ahead and pop those down below. Hey, Harvey there in Connecticut, stick around, and I'm going to go through the top 3 things you need to be doing today to get your health where you want it to be, to get your vitality, to really get to that thriving place in your life. So let's get into this. What does it mean to have vitality? What does it mean to have energy and be the best life you can have? Hey, Paula, good to see you. What does that mean? That means that you go to bed and you sleep through the night, and you feel refreshed when you wake up, and you get up and you can move and exercise and do these things. And then you go and you eat your food and you have energy throughout the day. You don't need stimulants. You don't need relaxers at the end of the day, whether that's stimulant of a coffee or Red Bull, whatever it is, or relaxant of marijuana or any type of alcohol. Hey, Laura Lynn, thank you so much. You said, I appreciate you. You're a helpful, awesome doctor. You are so welcome. I love educating and giving you guys these tools. Hey, Sherry, good to see you there. And Bayard. So here's the deal. You should get up and go. You shouldn't have an afternoon slump. You shouldn't need stimulants. You shouldn't need melatonin to make you sleep, or have to drink three glasses of wine to knock you out, or anything else. So let's get into this now. Number 1 on this top 3 list. Hey, Nicole in Massachusetts, and let me know if you guys are doing these, and if you're taking massive action, and if you've been listening to me all year 2022. We've been talking about these same things. So if you've listened before, think about this: movement versus exercise. Hey, Trisha from Beach ND. I'm not sure what ND is. That North Dakota? I'm not sure where that is. So there's movement and exercise, but you need to be doing both every single day. You've got to get your body moving, and there are 2 ways to go about doing that. Movement North Dakota. Yep, I did not know there's a beach, North Dakota. I didn't know there was a beach up there. So there's two things that we look at. So we've got the movement and the exercise. Movement is you just got to get up and go. You've got to go for a walk. Every morning I get up, I get on the treadmill. I've got one, it's actually pretty cool. It can go up to a 40% incline, which is pretty crazy. I go usually 30, 35%. 40% is like I'm almost on my hands and knees. And I'll get on there and I'll read. I get on my Bible app, I journal, I actually start writing, and I'm on there and I'm walking. I used to sit down and do all those things and spend 30, 45 minutes just sitting, and I'm like, why am I sitting? Hey, Vivian in Australia, good to see you. Why am I sitting here and writing and journaling and reading and praying and all those things when I could be moving? So I got a treadmill and started walking on there. And so now every morning I'm out there 7 days a week. If I'm in town, I'm on that treadmill moving another 30 to 45 minutes extra of steps every single day. And so instead of, barely getting 2, 3, 4,000, it's way easier to get up to 7, 8, 9, 10,000 steps depending on what's going on that day. So movement, you've got to get outside, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, get in and do a yoga class, do some stretching. Those are all movement. Mike and Alex in Massachusetts, Galen in Wyoming, Galen, good to see you. Ton, hi, I did A1C was 6.4. Is that good? Nope, we'll talk about that in a little bit here. 6.4 is not good. You need to be below probably 5.5, 5.6. So that's pretty much diabetic range. So you've got to move every day. Hey, Christine, good to see you. You've got to move every day, and yet there's also the exercise piece. Exercise is going to be, hey, I'm going to get some dumbbells and do some dumbbell press. I'm going to do push-ups. I'm going to go to the gym and do squats and bench press. But here's the deal. Even if you're not a gym person, even if you're not a get up and go and do a class or whatever it is, go get some bands, and you're going to get some heavier bands. But here's the deal. A lot of people, when they're exercising, they are not going hard enough. And so here's the deal. Either somebody is under exercising or they're over exercising, but we've got to find that good sweet spot. Deborah, does shopping count as movement? Yes. So that is depends on if it's power shopping or not. And Minnesota, Debbie, good to see you there. Laura Lynn, yes, shop at least for 1 hour a day. So that would be movement. And if you're just kind of like doing this and grab stuff, but if you're like power shopping, when I go to Costco, it is movement, and it's not just a putter around the store. I am moving. So exercise. Go between 8 and 12 reps per set. So if you're doing some curls, don't go, well, I can do 15 or 20 and just do a whole bunch. Go to that point where you're like, oh boy, 9, 10, 11. Whew, that was a good one. That's what you want to get that exercise up to. My favorite, and I'll do next time I'm in the store and I see one of these, I'll do a video for you guys on it. The dumbbells that you can get at home, and you only need one set, and you can adjust at the ends, and some of them you can go from like 2.5 pounds up to 25 or 30 pounds, and you just go click, click, and then you go, okay, I know I can do these for 5 pounds and do these for 10 pounds and whatever it is, and you just adjust them quickly. And so that's a big part of what we're doing is you got to do exercise and you got to do movement every single day. This is going to create that vitality in your life. The next thing, number 2, is going to be you've got to change what you're eating. And specifically, if you could only do one thing, it would be to take out sugars, carbs, grains, starches, any of those things. So think about it this way, NSNG, no sugar, no grains. And if you do that day in and day out, you will see massive change in the amount of inflammation in your body, in your digestive tract. If you're eating a lot of grains, it's really irritating to the digestive tract. A lot of people get leaky gut when they are eating a lot of grains. That sugar is inflammatory. Sugar is going to pull insulin out of that pancreas and going to create this inflammatory cascade. So you've got to start lowering that amount of sugar and grains and carbs. Sure, on your birthday, if you want a little piece of birthday cake, go for it. But day in and day out, do not do it. Deanne Singleton, what's left after those? So what's a typical day of eating? Let me tell you what I'm going to eat today. For breakfast, I had 4 eggs. We've got chickens and ducks, so I had 4 of our little chickens' eggs. Got our greenhouse is still going. We still have some kale in there. Took a bunch of kale out of there, chopped it all up, sauteed it up, and put 4 eggs and those veggies, and then put some avocado, put some fat on there, a little salsa, and that was my breakfast. And then we get into snack. I have my drink throughout the morning, and it's got chocolate bone broth, Ancient Nutrition chocolate bone broth. If you want to put a link to these, Jess, you can do that for the Well Store. So the chocolate bone broth, and then the liver repair. I do a scoop of our liver repair every single day, just because I know that I'm getting exposed to a lot of toxins, chemicals, all types of things that our bodies need on a regular basis. And so I'll drink on that throughout the morning. For lunch, I've got some vegetables, and today it was Brussels sprouts. Lori, we need bread. And so actually you don't need bread. My wife went the entire pregnancy. Yes, liver repair, Deborah. And so I did the vegetables in the skillet after I made those eggs, threw the vegetables in there. We had some leftover ground meat and put that in there. I had some spaghetti sauce that was already open, mixed that in there, put some avocado in there, and that's going to be my lunch. And then dinner, same thing. We've got some chicken out, and my wife will do something. Yes, Laura Lynn with cast iron skillet. That's what I cook most of the time in, and that's what I usually do my eggs in as well. Yeah, Harvey went on a keto diet. LDL went to 190. Yeah, that you definitely were not doing some things right. Probably the wrong type of fats. Mike and Alex, since going gluten-free, my husband and I have never felt better. Yeah, so the next step from gluten-free is actually to go to grain-free. And if you think about this, everybody, you want to see some abs when you look in the mirror, right? But here's the deal: you do not get abs from going to the gym. You get abs from the kitchen and what you're doing in the kitchen. So day in and day out, no sugar, no grains. So meat, vegetables, good fats, maybe a few fruits here and there. And there was one more. Deborah, I do have free weights, bands, mini trampoline, and walking. So Deborah, free weights, you've got to go hard enough that between 8 and 10 reps, you're like, man, I can't do any more on there. So you've got to go hard enough. Otherwise, you're not going to get that strength. Think about this. If somebody loses a pound of muscle every year from the time they're 35 to the time they're 70 or 80, they're going to lose about half of their muscle mass. And that happens so often. So is the liver repair powder same as the liver repair tablets? Paula, no, so the powder is it has the collagen protein in there, and it's got some other nutrients that the capsules do not. But the liver repair powder, my favorite. Here's our, look at that. Nice looking F8 mug, right? So yeah, I'll drink on this all morning long, a little protein, a little fat in there. Is coconut milk a healthy alternative to put in coffee? How can you tell the ingredients I'm seeing are very upsetting and discouraging? So yeah, coconut milk. Make sure you're not getting guar gum and all these gums and things that kind of thicken it up. Just get as plain of a coconut milk as you possibly can, and definitely don't get a sweetened version. Okay, so number one, you've got to exercise and move every single day, if not multiple times a day. Number two, no sugar, no grain, NS and G. Just keep that thought going through your mind. NS and G, NS and G. Look at everything. Your ketchup has sugar in it. Think about your coffees and all these things. I mean, some of these pumpkin spice latte things out there right now are like, 60, 70, 80 grams of sugar in each one. Deborah, trying to rebuild my strength because of the Lyme disease, kicking my butt. I used to work out 6 days a week, changed up my routine daily. Yeah, so here's the deal. If you're coming off an intense disease like that, you want to go into the 7, 8, 9 minute workouts, do some Tabata, do some HIIT type workout, and yeah, you still can push it a little bit, but only go. If you could only do 3 or 4 minutes, do 3 or 4 minutes. I know Laura Lynn's still waiting on my cookbook. So my eating cookbook would be pretty boring. I've got some people on my team that could make that a little more exciting for you though. So yeah, it's on my 2023 list. I guarantee you that. So number 3 is you need vitamin D. But here's the deal. You don't need to just be taking capsule vitamin D, liquid vitamin D. You need to be outside in the sun every single day, unless you're in Minnesota and it's cloudy or whatever. But even then, you probably should get a little sun box, or you need to go to the tanning bed. So many people have gotten afraid of the sun, and yet it is vital. Up until the last 30, 40 years, we've been in the sun as a human species forever, and we've been exposed to the sun. We've been getting our vitamin D. We work outside. We go for walks. All these sun box. Yeah, Laura Lynn, if you just look up like some of these UV boxes that people in Portland, Seattle, some of those places use, they can get some of that. Lots of powders have maltodextrin. Hard to know much is in them, but is okay on occasion. Joe, I would not do the maltodextrin on a daily basis, but yes, if it's in a once a month type of thing, that's fine. I started quercetin. How many a day will be good? Quercetin. Whatever the capsules are, if it says to take 1 a day, you could probably take 2 on that one. Syracuse is cold and overcast right now. Yeah. Did you guys get any of that snow, Deborah, that Buffalo got? But yeah, here's the deal. Deborah, you need to go to a tanning bed. I lived in Syracuse for 4 years. 9 months out of the year, the bad months, where we would see them for a week at the beginning of the school year. Everybody would be outside and throwing frisbees and wearing shorts, and then boom, snow would hit, and we wouldn't see people. They'd be bundled in hats and jackets and everything all the way until April, and then maybe a little bit into May. So I know what that's like. So you've got to think about going to a tanning bed or getting some at-home unit. My wife's got a little over-the-door hanging one that has the UV lights and everything in there as well. And so don't go and get your skin all leathery like the lady in Florida, but if you go a couple times a week, 10 minutes, you're not going to get skin cancer from doing the tanning bed, but your vitamin D will actually come up. It's great for the immune system, great for the digestive tract, all types of different things. So you've got to get outside. It is absolutely crucial for your mental state, for your immune state. So many good things if you can get outside and get in front of that sun. So yeah, Nicole, I'll look up, just send me a reminder. I'll look up a couple different ones that we can recommend that could get some of that UV light in there. But yeah, Deborah, I'll look a couple of those up. So it's either that, or you go into and just get a membership at the tanning bed and go once or twice a week for 5 to 10 minutes each time and get some of that vitamin D. But vitamin D is absolutely crucial. It's great for your brain. It's great for your immune system, inflammation, so many different things. We need the sun, and the chances of getting skin cancer just from being out 30 minutes a day or whatever are pretty darn slim. You're welcome, Joe. All right, guys. So here's the deal. you have that potential inside of you to feel great, to have this vitality, to have that energy. And I just encourage you, take massive action today. Don't wait till after Thanksgiving. Don't wait till January 1st. Take massive action now. If you need support, if you need help, if you're not getting the results that you want, if saying, okay, I want to move, I want to no sugar, no greens, and I want to get my vitamin D up where it needs to be, and there's 20 other things that you know you need to do, but it's overwhelming and you can't just get it done, reach out. Jessica's put down a couple links down below. You can schedule a discovery call. We can go through the process of really getting your life back. We actually have a great special, don't we, Jess? You want to put that down? A Black Friday special going on for new patients. No matter which office you go with, whether it's the 2 Colorado offices, Tennessee offices, or even virtually. We've got a great Black Friday special coming up, and I just know that inside of you, each and every one of you has that potential to be well, to be vital, to have this just oomph of doing great inside of you. And I just encourage you guys to take massive action. If you need support, we're here for you. If you can do it on your own, do it on your own. But no matter what, you just got to move your feet and take massive action. So anyways, you guys take care. Have a great rest of the week. I'll be jumping on here again as the week goes on. And then I'll be off for Thanksgiving and spend time with my family. But I just love having you guys on here and take massive action today. Take care.